Hey everyone, welcome back to ShiftCraft, your ultimate pit stop for all things automotive. Think your automatic car is built to handle anything? Think again. Today, we're diving into the 15 biggest mistakes you should never make in an automatic car. And stick around until the end because I've got one bonus tip that will literally extend your transmission fluid's life. Whether you're a new driver or a seasoned pro, these insider tips are designed to save you thousands in repairs and keep your ride running smoothly. So, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Mistake number 1, running on empty. It might be tempting to let that fuel gauge dip into the red, but here's why you should avoid it. In most cars, the fuel pump is housed right inside the gas tank and relies on fuel to cool it down. When you run too low, that cooling effect vanishes, and over time your pump can overheat and fail, costing you a pretty penny in repairs. Plus, when you're nearly empty, you stir up all the sediment at the bottom of the tank. This gunk can clog your fuel filter, hurt performance, and even damage other parts of your fuel system. Keep your tank above a quarter full, and you'll save yourself from unnecessary headaches and expenses. Moving on to mistake number 2, coasting in neutral. You might have seen some drivers shift into neutral on downhill stretches, thinking it saves fuel. But modern engines are smarter than that. They cut off fuel delivery when you slow down in gear. By coasting in neutral, you not only miss out on those fuel-saving benefits, but you also lose critical control. In an emergency, you need that immediate burst of power, and being in neutral delays your response. Moreover, shifting back into drive while idling puts extra strain on your drivetrain and increases brake wear. In short, stay in gear and keep full control at all times. Mistake number 3 is a real shocker, driving through deep water. It might look harmless to splash through a big puddle or shallow stream, but water can seep into your transmission through low-set vents. Once water mixes with transmission fluid, it turns into a thick, milky mess that ruins the clutch packs. This damage can occur in mere hours and won't be fixed by simply draining the fluid. The transmission may start slipping and eventually fail. So, if you see water that's deeper than a few inches, it's best to take an alternate route. Remember, oil and water don't mix, and that holds true for your transmission, too. Number 4, keeping your car in drive at stoplights. It may seem convenient, but leaving your car in drive means your torque converter is still active, even when you're not moving. This constant operation generates extra heat, especially on hot days. When the transmission fluid heats up too much, it loses its lubricating power, which can lead to accelerated wear and, eventually, expensive repairs. Instead, shift into neutral at red lights. This simple action allows the fluid to circulate freely and helps reduce unnecessary heat buildup. It's a tiny change that can add years to your transmission's life. Next up, mistake number 5, not giving your transmission a proper warm-up in cold weather. Unlike your engine, your transmission relies on hydraulic fluid to function properly. When it's freezing outside, that fluid thickens, making gear changes sluggish and increasing wear on the system. If you jump into driving immediately after a cold start, you force the transmission to work hard while the fluid is still too viscous. Take a minute or two to let your car warm up. This ensures that the fluid flows smoothly, reducing strain on the transmission and making for a much safer, more responsive drive. Mistake number 6 might surprise you, resting your hand on the gear selector. It might feel natural to lean on the shifter, especially on long drives, but that extra pressure can gradually wear down the internal components of your transmission. Over time, this seemingly harmless habit can lead to premature damage that costs you big in repairs. Keep your hands firmly on the wheel and let your gear selector do its job without any added stress. It's one of those small adjustments that makes a big difference in the long run. At number 7, we have the classic mistake of ignoring dashboard warning lights. Your car's alerts, whether it's a transmission temperature light, oil pressure warning, or battery alert, are there for a reason. They're early indicators of potential issues that, if left unaddressed, can lead to major problems. For example, a transmission temperature warning means your system is overheating, which can quickly escalate into significant damage if not corrected. Don't dismiss these signals. Instead, treat them as your vehicle's way of saying, "Hey, check me out before it's too late." Regular maintenance and prompt attention to these warnings can save you from costly repairs down the line. Mistake number 8, turning off your car before shifting into park. Many vehicles come with safety features that prevent you from removing the key unless you're in park, and for good reason. Shutting off the engine while still in drive or neutral disconnects the input shaft from the torque converter, which is vital for smooth operation. While this mistake might not immediately harm the engine, it sets the stage for long-term transmission issues. Always make sure you shift into park before turning off your car. It's a simple habit that can prevent a lot of future trouble. Number 9 on our list is hard acceleration from a standstill. We all love that burst of speed when we hit the gas, but repeatedly slamming on the accelerator puts tremendous strain on your engine, suspension, and transmission. Those quick, hard launches may feel thrilling, but they can lead to acceleration accelerated wear on key components and increase fuel consumption dramatically. If you want your car to last longer and perform more reliably, opt for a smoother, more gradual acceleration. Not only will it protect your vehicle, but it'll also save you money on repairs in the long run. Mistake number 10 is shifting into park before coming to a complete stop. It might be tempting to quickly move the gear lever into park while your car is still in motion, but this puts excessive strain on the parking pawl, a small, yet critical component designed solely to lock your car when it's stationary. Forcing it while moving can lead to premature wear or even break the mechanism altogether. Always come to a full stop before engaging park. This practice not only protects your transmission but also ensures your vehicle remains safe when you need it most. Coming in at number 11, neglecting transmission fluid changes is a huge no-no. Some drivers believe that transmission fluid lasts for the lifetime of the car, but that's simply not true. Over time, the fluid degrades, becomes contaminated, and loses its ability to lubricate and cool your transmission effectively. Most manufacturers recommend changing the fluid around every 50,000 miles. If you ignore this maintenance task, you risk building up friction and heat inside your transmission, leading to costly damage. Make it a habit to check and change your transmission fluid regularly. It's a small investment that pays off with a smoother, longer-lasting drive. Mistake number 12 is not using your handbrake when parking, especially on a slope. While your car's transmission might be designed to hold the vehicle in place when in park, it's not foolproof, particularly on inclines or in windy conditions. Relying solely on the parking mechanism can eventually wear it down. Always engage your handbrake when you park. This extra step not only secures your vehicle but also takes some pressure off the transmission's parking pawl, helping extend its lifespan. It's a simple practice that can prevent a host of future problems. Number 13 is idling in drive for extended periods. It might not seem like a big deal when you're waiting at a long red light or stuck in traffic, but idling in drive means your engine and transmission continue to work and generate unnecessary heat. Over time, this extra heat can degrade your transmission fluid and lead to premature wear. If you know you're going to be idling for more than a minute, consider shifting into neutral or even turning off the engine if it's safe to do so. This small adjustment can help keep your components cool and your car running efficiently. Mistake number 14 is making abrupt shifts between drive and reverse while the car is still moving. Older vehicles are especially vulnerable to this rough treatment, and even modern cars aren't immune to the stress. When you switch gears without coming to a full stop, you force the transmission to abruptly reconfigure its components, which can lead to increased wear and even costly damage over time. Always come to a complete halt before shifting between drive and reverse. This practice not only ensures smoother transitions but also helps maintain the longevity of your transmission. And finally, mistake number 15, being overly aggressive when driving in snowy or slippery conditions. We all get frustrated when stuck in the snow, but flooring the accelerator or rapidly spinning your wheels can do serious harm to your automatic transmission. Hard acceleration in low traction situations not only strains your drivetrain but also makes it much harder for your tires to gain traction, potentially leaving you stranded or in danger. Instead, gently ease into reverse if you're stuck, and consider using traction aids like sand, cat litter, or even a couple of old blankets to help get you moving safely. Your car, and your wallet, will thank you for the extra care. Before we wrap up, here's that bonus tip I promised: never leave your car parked in direct sunlight for extended periods. It's not just about keeping your interior cool. Excessive sun exposure can heat up your engine bay and, crucially, your transmission. Over time, this extra heat can break down seals and accelerate fluid degradation, meaning your transmission might not shift as smoothly as it once did. If you can, park in the shade, or at least use a windshield sunshade to minimize the direct impact of the sun. This simple habit can extend the life of your transmission fluid and protect your vehicle from costly repairs down the line. That's it for today's rundown of the 15 automatic car mistakes you must avoid. I hope these tips help you keep your ride smooth and save you from those expensive, unexpected repairs. If you found this video useful, please give it a thumbs up, leave your thoughts or your own experiences in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to ShiftCraft for more expert car advice. Thanks for watching, drive safe, and I'll see you in the next video.